Welcome to fall. It's beautiful out there. Got my fall candles burning. Pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkin spiced lattes. What was the new thing? Pecans? Is that the new thing they're looking at now?
Pecans?
Replacing pumpkin spice lattes? Never!
I think pecans have been around for a while.
Yeah, but I think that's the new pumpkin spice latte. It's the new fall thing.
They're mixing them together?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not a pecan or a pumpkin spice anything. I mean, I like the smell of the candle, but I don't. What am I going to do with pecans? Those are silly.
Pecan coffee.
What is that about? Who are you people? You guys have run out of. Where's the avocado coffee? You know that's coming. Can't believe that damn squirrel.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, squirrel?
He's getting after them.
He is.
Hopping up in their face.
Throwing down.
It's because somebody fed it and now it expects it.
You got to, I'm telling you guys, you've got to, don't feed animals that are wild. Squirrels, and if you feed one raccoon, tomorrow there's 2. If you feed 2, tomorrow there's 10. If you feed 10, tomorrow there's 100. They will come to your house.
They will, man.
They're like, hey, this one's good. There's like one animal you can feed and be cool to, like, you know, ravens and crows. Because if you're good to them, they'll be good to you. They have a memory that is incredible. And by the way, their memory also, for whatever reason, burns into their brain to the point when they reproduce, their kids will know if you're good or bad.
They'll be bringing you gifts that you have absolutely no use for.
No, but you know what? Always be cool to them, because you may lose your diamond ring one day or your car keys, and they'll find them. And they're like, here you go. What do you think of this? You're like, you know what? You guys are cool.
But in the meantime, they're just bringing you rocks.
That's okay. That's okay. We don't know what it's for. Could be for something else. Oh, I know I'm looking up there. Trump breaks from Kirk's views, says, I hate my opponent. It was a joke. Trump is not, empathy's not his strongest thing. Let's be honest. It's not. He said something that he was trying to lighten the mood. Not saying it was good or bad. It just is what it is. That's what Trump does. And he was kidding about, I hate my, my opponents. That is pretty much kind of what he does. He jokes. He says things that are funny, and then people get wigged out by it.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica.
He was kidding, okay? I mean, get over it. Everybody out there is like, on the left, you guys are nuts. Oh, he rat. There are other people, by the way, there are other people that I thought, I wasn't a fan of Stephen Miller's thing. I felt that was a little bit more over the top. I mean, yesterday should have been about Charlie and really should have been about Erica. And that was it. And Erica knocked it out of the park with what she said, how she just, the forgiveness side of it. She lived her faith out loud.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
That was all you needed to hear. She talked about the love they had. She talked about all the stuff. That right there was perfect. She was watching even the left-leaning media say, how she did that was incredible. How you can look out there. And she also said something too, because they asked her last week, the New York Times and a couple others have asked her about the death penalty. She says, I don't want any part of that. That's for the state to decide. That's for whoever's going to decide. I don't want his blood on like my legacy, my conscience. They will decide that, not me. They will. And that was awesome to watch, the forgiveness. Because the one thing, if you're a believer in Christ, that Christ gave us this amazing thing, which is to be able to forgive people. Hating anything comes with a price for yourself, for your soul.
It'll eat you up.
Eat you up. It will absolutely eat you up. I mean, Ken, you were so spot on. I don't think people understand how much it eats you up. And especially at a time when too many people give anger in the world of politics to things that eat you up that you don't need to give that to. You don't. Like, and I'm not talking about lima beans. You can hate lima beans. Because they're awful.
They are, man.
Like, that's one of those things you're like, why? Why? Why, God? Why? Why the lima bean?
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. Another good one right there.
And not if you dip them in mayonnaise.
Then it's only a delivery system, Ken. You might as well just have a spoon.
Perfect. Yeah, why not use the spoon? Then you don't have to deal with the nasty thing that the mayonnaise is
And what
on.
happens? Some of those little things fall off inside the mayonnaise and tries to make it poisoned. Mayonnaise is so awesome. But the forgiveness side of stuff, all jokes aside, being able to allow yourself to go, you know what? I forgive you. I'm moving on with my life. That's what I'm going to do. And people always ask me, you hate Trump, you love Trump. You know what I feel? I love my family. I love my friends. Too much emotion is given to too many of these things. And that's where we're starting to see ourselves fail because we're becoming over emotional and some people can't handle it. Too much. And if you allow that to fester in your life, it eats you up. And it can ruin your life too. In a way where it becomes that obsession. And so by letting it go and saying, God's going to handle it, I forgive him, I don't have hate in my heart, and we move on, it's a lot of people couldn't do that. Doesn't mean you can't be mad or angry or confused and ask questions and what the hell happened and God, I mean, but that eating you up and that festering, you do not want that. You do not want any part of that at all. A lot of people chiming in about the squirrel, by the way. Squirrel lives matter. Man, could you imagine if they catch this squirrel? The only way for it to survive, because California would euthanize it in a heartbeat, just like New York did. Remember with what was that squirrel's name?
Oh, yeah. What was that little squirrel's name?
Did everybody-
Petey or something
Yeah,
like
where
that?
they all killed that squirrel and then everybody freaked out about. But you better tell everybody it's illegal. It's a Mexican squirrel. Well, we can't kill it now. Oh, Chad. So just Petey the squirrel. Petey, what the hell? Now I need to know what the hell the name of that squirrel
What was that squirrel? New York squirrel.
New York squirrel. I thought there was two things, right? He had that one squirrel, and then he had something else, too, that they took from him and killed. So, love the person, hate the same.
Peanut. It was Peanut. Peanut
Close.
the squirrel.
Peanut the squirrel.
Little Peanut.
Yep, they killed Peanut. That was such a weird thing when they did that. Because they raided that dude's house and took his animals, and then they euthanized him. And then you come to find out, well, the neighbors didn't like him because they did OnlyFans. And it was a big battle over there. And so somebody snitched on him. He's like, I know who it is. Yeah, they killed the squirrel and his raccoon friend. And nobody cared about the raccoon friend. Nobody cared.
No, you didn't hear a word about him.
Nobody. Zippy or whatever its name was. You didn't even know its name. Bunch of how can you not know his name? Oh, squirrel lives do matter, kids. Squirrel lives. Peanut the squirrel.
Little
God bless
Peanut.
you. Even Trump got involved, remember? Like that was during the election. Trump totally got involved during the election over Peanut the squirrel. Because it's an 80-20 thing. Nobody saw Peanut as a danger to anybody. Fred the raccoon. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that.
Fred the raccoon.
Poor guy.
His name was Fred.
Yep, that's right.
Little Fred.
Yeah. They killed Peanut. His last words were, what about these nuts? Oh, my goodness me. That is so crazy. Crows are not Russian spies. Man, Russia's going hard. Have you seen it? They're going hard, Ken. I'm telling you. This is about to get so ugly.
I haven't seen the latest on Ukraine.
Yeah, they're coming in a major way. I mean, it's really like, I don't even think at this point in time, Putin cares nothing about whatever Trump has to say. I don't think he thinks Trump will do anything, doesn't fear anything, doesn't fear the sanctions, fears nothing. And he's going harder. And I have a feeling that the whole thing with Belarus is going to be interesting. And he keeps, went to Estonia this time. Let's go see what Estonia will do if we come over here. Is anybody going to do anything? Poland will. Giving Poland the chance. But that brings us into Article 5, which means we would have to get involved. I look at that like the whole thing. Okay, if they went into Poland, that's an interesting thing, right? Because that's Article 5. But other countries that like Estonia and whatnot, other NATO countries that are tying into the Baltics, are we really going to war over Estonia? It's a question I think we ask ourselves. But that's part of the thing. That's why these countries wanted that. So I don't think he trusts at all for a second. I mean, I don't think he thinks at all that he's going to do anything. I think he looks at Trump and says, you're not going to do a thing. You don't want this anyway. You don't want this fight. You want no part of this. And if you can't negotiate your way out of it, you're just going to let Europe handle it. So I'm not afraid of you. So I'm going to push it as far as I can. And if that includes trying to go through Belarus and then getting into Kyiv and trying to take it over, then that's what I'll do. Because they're going in every night harder and harder as they're negotiating. Oh, my Lord. Crazy. We're still waiting to get some info on if you haven't heard, there's a big announcement about acetaminophen, a.k.a. Tylenol, and whether or not it causes autism. We're waiting to hear that.
Robert F. Kennedy and the incredible health team that this president has put together are really viewing things in a much different lens. And they are paying attention to studies and the gold standard of science and research that many in this city for far too long have turned a blind eye to.
Well, we'll see. Their announcement is they believe that they have something that will not only help it, but the Tylenol may be one of the big reasons or cause that we've seen a massive spike in the world of, what has now become a much larger spectrum of autism. And that's supposed to come here in a little bit. And, they think there's a link to them, but experts and a lot of other people out there say, I don't see it, but we're going to find out. Let's put it to the test. Is it peer reviewed? How many people have seen it? How many people have seen it outside of the administration? Because, no, I don't trust anything government does at all. This government, the last government, and the government that's coming in the future. Because they're never transparent. They never tell you the truth. They give you half-truths at best. And it's always what's best for them. So let's see what they've got. And let's see if it holds up against other scientific data and peer-reviewed. So we'll find that out here coming up a little bit. For those of you guys don't know, it has been 1 hour. We've been at fall for 1 hour.
For 1 hour. And let's see, what's the temperature? Let me see here. The temperature is 83 degrees.
That's right. 43 degrees below zero. It's so cold outside, kids. It's 1 hour. Fall started today. Just want to let you guys know that. We keep you abreast of the situation so you know when to take out your candles that smell like fall and spring. Already, Bell's waiting for spring. He's super excited for it. It's a long way to go, Bell.
Hey, I put my Christmas decorations up this weekend, but they're for Christmas of 2026.
There you go. That's how far ahead he is and everything, kids. He lives in a different world than we do. It's the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. I've got family members that are, my oldest, she's got autism. And if you have kids who have autism, everybody would love to find out the why. Is it a wiring? Was there really something? Vaccines for a long time. A lot of people thought it was vaccines. It's probably lima beans. That's why I don't eat lima beans. I don't know. But do I think it's Tylenol? That's going to be, I want to see how they prove this. Boy, Tylenol's not happy about this.
No.
Hey, did you guys hear that you're the reason that there's autism? What? First, what was it? Cyanide? Remember the cyanide stuff back in the 70s and 80s?
In Tylenol.
Yeah.
Tylenol.
That's what caused the capsules to go away.
Yeah. That. And so now it's autism. And that's what they're claiming. Now, I want to see what their proof is. I think we need to know. And even Trump said, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But either way, we should, we hope we find out. And this is okay. But you're making a big announcement when it comes to something that, you're having a company defend itself. And you better have some definitive proof. And we would all love to find out. Absolutely. And then is there something that can reverse some of it? Because that was one of the things that was talked about over the weekend that the Washington Post reported there is some sort of treatment they do on cancer that's supposed to help reverse some of this. I don't know how that works either. And so there's a lot that goes into this, but this will be very interesting. You were supposed to have an announcement a little bit ago, but they're running a little bit behind today. So this will be a very interesting. And I want to see because so much of it, I think a lot of people were thinking that RFK Jr. was going to come out and say it was all about vaccines, which he hasn't. That wasn't it. The Tylenol thing was kind of a new thing. So we'll see. TikTok, not going anywhere. Is it going to happen? Isn't going to happen? I don't know. But the kids, they don't want to see it leave.
The president today telling Fox News a group of tech and media giants, including Larry Ellison and Lachlan Murdoch, will be involved in taking over TikTok's algorithm. It comes as Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told Fox News that a deal between the U.S. and China will include Americans holding 6 of the 7 seats on a new board overseeing TikTok's U.S. operation.
It's all about the algorithm with TikTok. China values that algorithm as a actual secret, a nation secret, a military secret. Without the algorithm, it means nothing. You're buying a shell of something. You could do that. You could create it yourself. It is that algorithm that is so important to them. And it's interesting because I don't know if China is ready to let this thing go. They may want to allow certain things to happen and, certain people to sit on, but I don't think they're going to give full control of it. And they're not going to share that algorithm. That's insane. That is insane. And this is one of the few bipartisan things that everybody did. They all got together and go, we got to get rid of this. And the minute they got rid of it, people started calling them. They'd never had that before. Thousands of calls. You'd hear senators and Congress people going, when healthcare, we don't get this many phone calls, but TikTok, we did. So I just don't know how you're just not going to, I just don't see how they give that thing that they think is the most important part of this. Because their TikTok over there is way different than our TikTok. And our TikTok is very divisive. Our TikTok is very politically driven at times, but it can also be really stupid with dances, crazy things with animals that are hilarious. But it's that algorithm, man, and it knows. It almost knows before you do what you're going to like. Because it knows that Ken loves cooking.
I do. That and wiener dogs.
Wiener dogs and cooking.
And then
you love cooking wiener dogs?
No.
People doing stupid things and falling down for it.
Oh, it's kind of funny, isn't it?
I find I have to tear myself away from those videos.
Yeah, I don't want to laugh, but it is funny when somebody will run to help somebody who's fallen down, and then they too become part of the hilarity.
Tell me you've seen the old ladies on the balcony.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Or 50 couples walking down the stairs where it's cold outside and obviously it's slick.
Yeah.
And lady or dude falls down first. Wife or husband runs to fix the problem and then makes it 10 times worse.
And they look painful too.
They do. It's hard. It's cement.
Oh my gosh.
And that's because of the winter and the fall. And fall is here, baby. We're just letting you guys know that if you didn't know. Coming up, got some interesting stuff about what's going on with Palestine. Very interesting Washington Post poll out as well. If you're missing the show, we always say shame when you grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Kimmel Breaking news for those of you guys who thought he was fired. Kimmel's show will return tomorrow night.
Really?
Yep. Disney's announced that Jimmy Kimmel will be coming back tomorrow night. He was never fired.
No, it was just suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, and it indefinitely lasted a little over a week.
Yeah.
He's going to come back tomorrow, and there we go. So
what do you think the odds are that he comes out with some capitulating apology?
I don't think he is. I think he's going to come out and hit harder at Trump.
Surprising.
This has now become Trump and the FCC versus Kimmel. And that's what this is going to become. And if he apologizes to the Kirk family or whatever, that's okay. But that's what this is going to become. So tomorrow night, he's going to return. Knew he was going to. I said last week, I kept saying, everybody's like, he got fired. He was never fired. Never fired. It was always a suspension. Disney didn't think it was supposed to be a suspension. They didn't think he did anything wrong. And the worst part of the joke for Trump wasn't that he said it was a MAGA person. It was what he said afterwards when he showed Trump talking about, if they ask him about Charlie Kirk and his death, and then Trump talks about the ballroom. So what do I think is going to happen? I think he's going to come out tomorrow night. Hit harder. It'll be his biggest ratings in a long time. There's no doubt about that.
And the thing is all Carr had to do was keep his mouth shut, and there would have been no attachment to the administration at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. But instead, what did he say? He said we could do it the easy way or the hard way. There is nobody out there. If you said that to your kids, what do you think they would say? Is dad or mom trying to coerce me into something? Is that a threat?
Well, apparently, we're going to be doing it the hard way.
What does that mean? What do you think it means? Ken, do you think that means that they're going to come? See, because now they put it out there to the point where if you really went and tried to shut him down, that's a look that is very much silencing free speech.
Has Nexstar or Sinclair made any comments about whether or not they're going to air him?
No.
That's a big chunk of his affiliates.
Yeah. So, yeah. And so Nexstar owns, you're only allowed to own 39% of TV coverage in the country. So your stations can only read 39% of the population. Nexstar wants to buy Tegna, which would expand that tremendously, but you need a waiver essentially from the likes of the FCC and Brendan Carr, the guy who heads it up. And he said, we could look at that. So I don't know what they're going to show tomorrow night. I have no idea what they're going to show. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out how strong everybody is. Again, Jimmy Kimmel, I doubt he's making a ton of money at the show because nobody's making money. It's expensive. Scripted TV. There's also a reason why reality shows are in demand. When it comes to...
They're cheap.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Kimmel makes $15 million annually.
Yeah, but what does the rest of his staff make?
Probably another $15 million.
Yeah, but if you're costing $200 million, you're making $140 million. Well, you're losing money. If you only cost $45 million and you're making 60, at least you're doing something. I don't know how much, because his crew's nowhere near where Colbert's is. Colbert's was out of control. I mean, he had so many writers. But Ken said it right. Cheap. Reality television is cheap. Even if you pay, that first year, everybody gets big, and then but then the second year, you're still only paying $20,000 an episode, which sounds like a lot for some people, because it is. But when you think about what they're paying regular television stars for sitcoms and stuff, where they're getting $1 million a week, that's a different story. Cheap, man, cheap. Cheap's the way to go. Just put YouTube on.
That's where everybody's at.
Just put YouTube on. You'll crush it.
In all honesty, in about the last, I would say, 5 years, I have spent more time watching YouTube by a long shot than I have anything on television, cable or networks.
Yeah, me too. I mean, unless it's sports, like I'll watch sports. But you know what's funny? I have the ticket. I have the NFL ticket. Where's that on? YouTube.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have YouTube TV is for college and NFL football.
Football, by the way, good win this weekend.
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I'll take the win, but I think we benefited from some iffy calls that could have gone either way. So I don't feel good about the win because I want it to be dominating, which defensively, we sacked them 10 times. That's pretty dominating, but it was still only a 7-point game.
Yeah, still.
And also his claim about that's why he has YouTube TV.
Yeah.
You go and watch what his views look like on Taylor Swift videos. I guarantee you there's a second reason there.
Yeah, probably. So just say Ken? Ken's views. So Jimmy is back. Breaking news. Jimmy is back. Breaking news. How long is he back? I don't know. But it's going to be his biggest night in a long time.
And what's going to happen to that Paramount? Is it the Paramount deal? Or no, it's the Sinclair and
it's the Nexstar Tegna.
Yeah, Nexstar Tegna.
Yeah, if they carry it. I don't know if they're going to carry it. And I don't even know what they have when it comes to what are they going to throw on? Reruns of the Waltons?
Well, they've been running Family Feud.
Well, you can't go wrong with
Well,
Family
you know
Feud.
what? In response to that, though, remember the conversation we had a couple months ago where you were talking about how Gunsmoke in reruns pulls more viewers than a lot of these current shows and these nighttime shows.
Gunsmoke in March and April, daytime Gunsmoke reruns on TV Land, we're getting almost 1 million people watching it a day.
Yes, sir.
Mostly because it's the greatest show in the history of mankind. But think about that. Compared to CNN or any of these things, they're outdrawing all of them.
So it may not be that financially unadvisable to put something old like that on.
No, but you have to start. So here's the thing. And this is, and you guys, we'll pull back the curtain here. There's a weird thing in our world where 25 to 54, 18 to 34, there are certain groups that you aim for, and that's what matters. Getting 12 million people doesn't matter. It matters, did you get 12 million people? Did you get 2 or 3 million people in the right demographics?
Money demo.
The money demos.
The people who got and spend money.
No, it's not, because the older generation who have money, disposable, they kind of ignored them. Which is weird, right? Because we don't care, they still like after 54, we don't care about, because you're trying to bring in a new generation to solidify yourself, but the money demos are what matters. And if you don't have the right, because when you watch, it's like football. You hear a guy signs a $100 million contract. All you care about, what's the guaranteed money? Oh, it's $60 million, so they could fire him after $60 million. Same thing here. They get 3 million viewers a night. How many of those are in that money demo? 18 to 35 women, 25, 54 women, because they've always thought women control the purse string in the house, this, that, and the other. So they focus on a certain thing. And because of that they're hyper-focused in that area. And so you may have less viewers overall, but more viewers in the key demographics. And that's where the advertisers, the buyers, are going to stick their money, which is bizarre.
He'll have a giant return, and then slowly you'll watch that slide right back down into obscurity where nobody watches.
Nobody's watching anyways.
But I'm saying for the return,
yeah, for the return, he'll probably have a few days. Like this week, he'll win the week, right? He'll win the week, and then next week, people will be back to whatever is the latest chaos and craziness that's out there. And but it only takes one. What was it? It was David Letterman was beating Jay Leno back in the day, and Jay Leno had on Hugh Grant after the bust with Fantasia or whatever the chick's name was.
The hooker.
The hooker. And Jay won that week, and they never looked back.
Yeah.
So who knows? But there's no doubt tomorrow. I'm interested to see what his ratings look like.
But that's also back when people still watch TV with regularity, and there was real competition between those guys. And now he's going to do great this week. I agree with what you said. He'll probably win the week, and then a couple months from now, we'll be like, where does ratings go?
Yeah, where all of them go. which is to nowhere because nobody's watching. And you know what's interesting, too? Go look and see, and then I did this the last couple of weeks. People will, I think, okay, well, what's their stream like? Do they have a decent stream? They may have a lot, 5 million followers than Jimmy Kimmel Late Tonight, whatever the hell it's called, or Colbert. But if you've got 5 or 7 million followers and you're only getting, 50,000 views per this or per that, that's not good either, because that's another way where you could become relevant. And they're not. Just, you know what? Stick with us, kids. Stick YouTube on and just let it roll. You know what I would do? I'd have a late night show. I'd let an audience member host it every night. Just a regular person. Bring them out. Let a regular person host it every night. How hilarious would that be? Here's Madge, right, from, Wisconsin, from Buttnut, Wisconsin.
Hilarious.
She comes down.
Could be a word for it.
Right? She's got her sweater on. She's super excited. She thought she was going to the Wheel of Fortune, but all they could get her were tickets to this. She gets to host it, right? And coming up tonight, there's a band called Korn.
I want to go to Buttnut, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Seems cold, though. I'll tell you that. Woo! Woo! All right, coming up, we're going to wrap it up. We got the Welcome Mat with Mr. Matt. He'll be in here in a little bit. As we wrap it up on this Monday, it is Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
We bought this last week, and she said, hey, I think this looks nice because I like the white buttons.
You look great. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt's here. I was telling Matt his shirt looks really cool.
Are we back on the radio?
We are.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That's okay. How you feeling, brother? It's fall. Did you know that?
It is officially fall. I know that it happens around this time every year.
Every year it happens around this time.
And I feel good about it.
I'm excited. We're very excited.
The leaves are coming down.
Everywhere.
It's. I love that little. We haven't gotten the nip yet. I like the nip in the air,
yes.
Little nip in the morning nip when you're having the coffee outside on the back porch or whatever.
That's right.
It's always nice.
We love it. Ken's not a fan of it, but whatever. What are you going to do with him?
Nah, Ken's not a fan of anything below what, 80?
Yeah, Ken's.
Right.
Is that
80
your
or above?
Is that your go-to? Do you like it 98.7 all the time?
Yep.
Fantastic. That's the way he loves it.
Body
I've got
temperature,
air
right?
conditioning.
That's it. Body temperature. What are you up to, brother?
Well, I mean, we're waiting on this. I don't know if it's happened yet. I don't think it has. We're waiting on this autism conference, which we'll try to JIP. That's Join in Progress, JIP, Join in Progress. And we'll do that. And we obviously got plenty to discuss, the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which was very, very touching. It was very long, but very touching, particularly Erica Kirk's. I'm almost tempted to play the whole thing because it was just an incredible tribute and a reminder. I mean, if you're a person of faith, it's a reminder of how we can be better, people of faith. And I know it's hard. It's harder to be a better Christian than it is. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand. I mean, I'm not that guy. I couldn't say that I forgive this guy for what he did to Charlie Kirk, but she does, and I believe her. And that's pretty incredible. And we'll talk about that a little bit. And then Jimmy Kimmel's back, apparently. So Donald Trump's the worst fascist ever because apparently Trump, according to the political left, it was all Trump that got him fired.
But he was never fired.
Well, that's not what ABC and CBS, I mean, their own network. CBS and NBC and CNN. CNN was like, oh, Trump did this, and the FCC did this, and it was a head fake. Well, I mean, obviously they didn't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be back. They never said he was fired.
No, they said he was suspended indefinitely, whatever indefinitely could have been an hour, could be forever.
Well, apparently it was till
a week.
Tonight. Tomorrow.
So
tomorrow night.
So 7 days.
Yeah,
because he was on Monday
break.
and then he was suspended Tuesday.
Which, if you just take the passion out of it and take the emotion out of it, it's a fairly brilliant move on the part of ABC because they knew that Jimmy Kimmel stepped over a line. I think most of America just thinking I think they felt like he stepped over a line, and they knew they were going to get tremendous backlash. So get him out of the spotlight, get the temperature down. You get applauded for doing that, and now you bring him back, and you get applauded from the other side for bringing him back.
Yeah, it's a double win. Well,
but everybody's going to hate you too. So
yeah, there's no look. When it gets like this political, you choose a side. Half's going to hate you, half's going to love you. You just have to figure out what you're going to do with this. And I don't know how much longer any of these shows have on anyways.
I don't either.
Take away any of the controversy.
I mean, most of the bounce that any of these shows get, they get bounce from social media platforms.
Yeah.
because it's the next day 2-minute clip that gets posted that everybody sees.
That's what I've been saying.
Saturday Night Live, same thing.
Go look at any of the stuff that they do. Go look at their YouTube. You got 7 million followers, but you only have 40,000 people that have watched this video. You're not getting a real return on your investment there. If you've got one that has 1 million or 2 million, okay, there's where you get your bump.
I'm a little surprised. I mean, my take on it originally was that this was ABC using the controversy as a reason to go ahead and cut it off because they were losing money. I mean, if they're anywhere in the ballpark where Kimmel was, where Colbert was, because Colbert was reportedly losing like $50 million a year.
Colbert had 200 people working on it.
I don't even know what you would do with
200 people working on a show like that.
An hour-long show.
Yeah.
I mean, and I understand there's lights and there's a band, and I understand all of that.
How many writers do you need to not be funny?
I still don't get it. So yeah, I feel like if ABC's anywhere in the ballpark with that, then they've got to cut bait.
Yeah, I think they're all waiting to find out what's the next thing. Nighttime game show. I said you should have a show like this, except the audience member. You pick somebody from the audience member just to host the show.
Well, I think Gutfeld is on to something. I don't know if that has more to do with his personality than anything, where you get a panel of people talking about the issues of the day. It feels like it's less cost intensive.
Well, that's also because what is he getting, like $3-4 million? He's not getting $15 million.
And your panelists get a little money, and the background people get a little money, but you don't have all of that exterior cost.
You should make it almost a podcast a night where everybody sits down and talks and BS's. You'd probably do a lot better.
Let's start that.
Let's do it.
All right, me and you.
All right, straight ahead. Matt, you guys have a good one. Do it tomorrow.